The Legend of the Ghost Cut Mouth. There is a legend in Japan and China, which tells the story of a girl named Kuchisake Onna. Some people say that she was the wife of a samurai. One day, he had an affair with a man who is younger and more handsome. When her husband came home, he found his wife's betrayal. Because wrath, he took his sword and ripping off his wife's mouth from right ear to left ear. Some say that the woman is cursed to never die, and until now is still wandering in the world. The Legend of the White Death. This is a story about a little girl in Scotland who hated his own life until finally decided to commit suicide, and shortly thereafter his family knows what he has done. Horrifying story begins when all the members of
his family was found dead a few days later with a leg torn apart. Anyone who has studied about the White Death will come face to face with the ghost of the girl. He will come to find you and knock you out loud. When you open the door, he will kill you because of your fear of divulging its existence to others. The Legend of Elisa Day. In medieval Europe, lived a young woman named Elisa to behold the beauty of the day, which is described as a beautiful rose. One day, a young man comes to town and immediately fell in love with Elisa. They later dated for 3 days. On the first day, the man visited the house of Elisha. The second day, he sang Elisa a sprig of red roses and asked her to meet him and where the wild roses grow. On the third day, he brought Elisa to the river where he later killed him. The man was killed by Elisha Mangantamkan rock into the girl's head and whispered, "All beauty must die." Some people claim to have seen the ghostly figure of Elisha who roamed the river. Blood seems to flow on the side of his head while holding a sprig of roses in her hand. The Legend of Bloody Mary. This urban legend tells that anyone who utters the word Bloody Mary 3 times in front of the mirror will invoke the spirit of vengeful. This is an old legend, but nothing is known about the origins of the legend of Bloody Mary. There are many versions of the story of spiteful spirit who in the story of Bloody Mary, who reportedly was a woman who was murdered because of practicing magic. Legend Bajiaogyu. Bajiaogyu literally translated as ghost banana. The ghost of the woman who lives in this banana tree will appear sembari wailing at night, sometimes while carrying a baby. In some folk tales from Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore, people love to ask the number of ghosts that lottery in the hope of winning the lottery. They will tie red threads surrounding the tree trunks and attaching the needle in it and then tie the other end of the rope to their beds. During nighttime, Bajiaogyu will pop up and ask those people to him, and in return, he will give you the number for the lottery. If the person is not fulfilling his promise to free the ghosts after wins, he will meet with a terrible death.